What's up guys, this is me, the coder here, and today I'm going to make something a bit cooler than anything else that I've ever posted on this channel. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that I hope that the videos are getting better by every upload, every new upload. So yeah, let's not, without any further ado, let's just show you what I'm going to make today. Okay, now by the title you know what I'm making today. Yes, it's something related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, so yeah, it's this. Okay, now as you can see, there's all the basic data about India. Like India total, it's 120k active cases, 246 confirmed cases, 118 recovered cases, and 6,000 dead. Okay, so just like that, we are going to do this state by state, not like the total of India. Okay, by what do I mean by state? It's this: if I tap on this map on any kind of state on this map, it gets highlighted and it shows me the live coronavirus progress in that state. Okay, now this is a website that me and my friends are me and my friend is designing. Okay, not friends, me and my friend is designing, and well, you can see it's not released yet, it's not out yet. Okay, but it would soon be. So to know when it would be out, just go follow me on Twitter. It's got a pretty decent UI, I hope. It also has a dark mode, so yeah, that's cool. And as you can see over here, this is what we are going to make, this is what we are going to focus on. Okay, we are not going to focus on anything else, because there are a lot of other elements on this website, okay, that we are designing. Well, if you tap on any of the state over here and open the state page, well, we are not going to design this part, obviously. Okay, it just shows us the basic data, and it could be useful in many cases. Like when you create something else to you could probably make an SVG map, like this is an SVG map, okay, for the whole world, which would show us the data about countries around the whole world. Like over here, it just shows me the data of my own country. So you could do it for the whole world. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now how to make this, I'm gonna show it to you guys in a minute. So before that, I'm just going to tell you what things you need to make this. Now come to free SVG maps. You could just simply Google it, like SVG map of India. Okay, just search it and you will be automatically redirected to this page where you would be there would be many results, and you need to find out the AM charts one, or amcharts.com, and open this. Now there are other websites as well where you can find maps of other countries, but on this website I think you get the map of almost each and every country. So if you get any kind of API which gives you data, I mean coronavirus progress data of every state in every country, then inform me or make something by yourself, like a worldwide international coronavirus tracking website. But today we are just going to concentrate on my country, okay, India. So this is India. Okay, now as you can see, this is the SVG full image of this, and we need to download this, obviously. It's pretty fast, so you don't need to worry about waiting for too long. And then you just need to open it in the folder, and I'm just gonna pick it up from here and open this and copy it here. Now as you can see, it's the same SVG that we saw there. There we go. Okay, it's the same SVG. Okay, this SVG, when you open it using VS Code, looks like this. Okay, just in case you did not know, so don't freak out. Okay, it won't appear like an image over here. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is create an index.html file. So index.html. okay, and inside this file we are going to put in some basic HTML, and yeah, we are also going to type in India COVID-19 map. Now guys, look, this would be the source code would be available on GitHub. Okay, so you can check it out. It should be in the links down in the description below. So yeah, you can check it out. I hope it would be working for you as well, because we are making this with JavaScript. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is add some containers. Okay, now there would be a container. Inside this container there would be two things. One div, which I would call data, which would be containing all the COVID-19 data of the specific state, and there would be the map. Okay, and inside this map we are going to paste the code of the SVG. Now remember, this is a 61 line code. Okay, and when you paste this over here, okay, this is, well, how it looks, obviously. And yeah, we're just going to hide this for a second, okay, because, well, it's a huge code, so let's just hide it. Okay, hide it. Okay, now inside this we are going to have let me just turn on, okay, it's on, the portal, web server, whatever it is, 1285500, yeah, 55001 index.html. Now you can see it's an empty page for now. Okay, if I refresh it, oh wait, I need to save it first. So I saved it, and yeah, we need to close this. And now if we refresh it, you can see kind of like a part of India appearing there. Okay, now it's because the SVG is not scaled properly. That's why it's not really visible that good, but we're gonna fix it in a minute. So yeah, now first we are going to put in some data in data. So it would be .active. Oh my god, my spelling sucks. Okay, and then .confirmed. Okay, and then well, recovered, I'm just gonna call it record. Okay, and then type. Okay, so yeah, there would be 4 of these cases. Okay, and there would be another API that we would be using for getting the data of each state, and it's this API. Okay, so yeah, note it down, guys. You could make it 2 as well. And if I go down over here, well, it's the historic data, or the historical data of our country, like how much, like how many people, how many coronavirus cases increased day by day in our country. This is the data that it shows. And then when we scroll down, well, quite a bit below, we find this another well, object state-wise. Okay, where we get the data of state-wise data of the COVID-19 progress. So this is the total one. Okay, this is the one which would be like the total Indian, and then there's Maharashtra. And well, the good thing, guys, is that this is sorted according to the confirmed order. Well, we don't really need to care about sorting or anything. So yeah, let's just go here. And now the first thing that we're going to do now is kind of add a bit of styling to it. Okay, now before that, let me just add some tiny little things that's kind of important. Okay, so it is dot cases. Okay, or well, case type, and inside this I would be writing active. I'll show you what I'm doing over here right now, in a minute. And inside this there would be dot case figure, okay, which would be the number basically, so 2500 for example. Okay, and just like that, we are gonna copy this and paste it in every single whatever it is, this div. Yeah, so it died, case fixed. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do, case type, I'll say died. Okay, and make it died. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it for a second to fast forward it. Alright, so as you can see over here, I have put in some data, and I'll be just saving it. And now if we open our browser over here, and see what's the data over here. You can see it's appearing like that. Okay, so we're going to just add some styling to it so that we could arrange the data properly. Okay, and for that we're just going to type in, like, well, let's say what should we type in? Yeah, dot data. Okay, that's what we are going to type in, and we're going to make its display grid. Okay. And the next thing that we're going to do is make a grid column, grid template columns, 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. Okay, and add a space. Save it. Now you'll see that it's kind of arranged in a much more better way. And also we're going to text align them so that to the center so that it's properly visible. Okay, and then we are going to give it some font family, because everybody deserves to have a family, right? Yeah, there we go. And we could also give it some colors and stuff, so dot active. Okay, and then dot conformed, and then dot record or recovered, and then dot dead. And we can just set some cool colors to them. Like to active cases, I'm gonna set a nice blue violet color to it. For confirmed cases, I'm gonna add a nice red color to it, so crimson. Perfect. And to recovered, I'm gonna add some cool green color to it, so a nice green, come on, yeah, green yellow, cool. And then for dead, I'm gonna add just well, hashtag 777 kind of gray color to it. Okay, so let's save it. Now if you see it, it already looks pretty good, pretty cool. Okay, and then we could actually give it a nice dark background. So for that we could make it body and then background color, and we can make it some really cool color in this spectrum, something like this, nice dark bluish. Save it. And as you can see, the dark dead ones is not visible, so I'm just gonna make it like some other color. What other color could we do? Let's make it gray, light gray. I hope it would be visible. Let's refresh this. Okay, it's still not visible, really. I think it's because I put in the wrong, yeah, it's not dead, it's died. So yeah, now it's pretty much visible. Okay, now I'm just gonna turn on the, well, our lovely little phone. Yeah, and inside this, as you can see, we can see the data properly over here. I'm going to add some more CSS to it so that this could look a bit better. Okay, so I just increased the font size of the digits. So yeah, now let's make this map visible. So for that we just need to set the size of SVG to a bit more better size, like height. We can make it like 400 or 700 px, and I guess it would be visible now. And yeah, we need to set the width as well, and I'm gonna set it to 100%. Yep, so as you can see, it's kind of visible, but it's a bit overscaled. So we're gonna fix that by adding an attribute to SVG, that is viewbox. Okay, and inside this viewbox we are gonna put 0, 0 and put in 2 values, and yeah, save it. Now you'll see it automatically should start becoming small now. As I increase this value, it's kind of inversely proportional, so as much as I increase the value, it would get smaller. So yeah, 620. So it's pretty much fixed. Okay, I'm just gonna make it 615. As you can see, it's pretty much fixed. All right, now let's see what's this space. Okay, well, it's a lot of space. Now to decrease it, let's see if we can do it by decreasing this side. I mean, let's see, by increasing it 700 1000 1000 is it looks pretty cool, okay, to me. And I think one more thing that I just want to add, okay, if you guys don't mind, that is if I make this 700 and bring above this data, I'm just going to add .india, okay, and put in India map, okay, India COVID-19 map, and then put in .india. Well, it would be centered hopefully automatically. Just we need to set the text align to center, text align, and make it center. And font family, well, it would be obviously Apple, whatever it is. Yeah. So after that, what else do we need? A nice font size, like 30px. So yeah, I guess that would do. If we see it, it's kind of not visible because of the dark color, so I'm just gonna make the color, well, white, and it should be visible. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Now I'm just going to add some margin bottom to it so that things go down a bit. Margin bottom 50px. Now you can see it went down, but this is also going down, but we can easily fix it. Okay, that is by increasing the values. Increasing the values in the view box. So if I make this 750, should come up bit by bit. 800 or 850. Save it. A bit more, 950. I guess that would be, yeah, it's all right. And we kind of are also going to want to decrease the size of the SVG because it's kind of a bit oversized right now. So yeah, if you make it small, then you can see it automatically it doesn't stop scrolling. Yeah. And we could again increase the size of this. Let's see how big the SVG is right now. Okay, we could make it bigger. So yeah, where's the SVG? 600px. There we go, that's perfect. Okay, and now one more thing, that is you can see like the states are not really visible that properly, they are not partitioned using good colors. So what I'm going to do is change this color, the stroke white, to #777, so it's a bit more darker, and yeah, it's kind of more visible now. Okay, and we could also increase the stroke width by making it 1, and you can see if I make it 2, then it would be visible better. Yeah, there we go. Cool, right? Okay, now we are going to see how to get the get to understand like which path we are hovering on. Now inside these SVGs, there are, to define them, the SVG, there are different kind of paths. Okay, all these tiny images, well, it's India. Okay, it's the image of India, but inside the image of India, it's made up of 35 different images that are the states. Okay, just put up together and using path. Okay, so yeah, you can see these are all separate images. Okay, if we hover on them using the element selector, you can see we can actually select them separately. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? And so the next thing that I'm going to do is, well, show you guys how do we understand if someone or something is like hovering on the well, I'll show you if somebody is hovering on one of the paths. So yeah, this is Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this is Andhra Pradesh. Okay, this is Arunachal Pradesh. I don't know where these states are, but yeah, I do know Bihar. So I can just put in just like normal HTML, we could put in an on-click attribute, or we could rather use on mouse over attribute. Okay, and then oh, okay, I thought somebody was behind me. Literally, I kind of creeped myself out. It's 3:59 in the morning, right? So yeah, sorry for going silent for a second. Okay, so we're going to console.log Bihar. So let's just put in Bihar, save it, and that's most probably Bihar that you can see now. When I like hover on it or tap on it on phones, it kind of shows that's where Bihar is. Or we could just hover on Bihar just like that. You see that? Look at the console. Yeah, if you don't notice anything, look at the console, you'll notice the changes. All right, now you can see it's kind of not responsive over here. The India thing should go up, but we could do that. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how to select these states and stuff right now as fast as possible, because we're already 22 minutes. Yeah, so now we're going to type in the state's ID. So document, okay, dot query selector, and then we are going to put in the state's ID over here, hashtag INBR, and then dot style, and then dot stroke, and then width equals to, we're just going to increase the stroke width, that is to like let's say 3. Okay, and now if we save it, look what happens. If I hover on Bihar now, okay, like this is Bihar, if I tap on it, nothing happened. Okay, let's try it again. Well, I guess the stroke width did increase, but it's just not visible. So let's just make it a bit more bigger value. Now it's visible. See? So to make it more visible, we could actually change the stroke color to like black. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in black in here and put in stroke. Now if I hover on it, you can see it becomes black, but when we like go away from it, it still stays black, and we do not want that, right? So for that, to fix that, what we're going to do is copy this whole thing and use another attribute, well, yes, you guessed it, on mouse out, and copy and paste this here and make this equal to hashtag 777, and this to back to 2. Okay, I guess that's what it was before. So if I hover on it now, you can see it kind of highlights the state, and then when I hover back out, well, it gets back to normal. And now we need to do this to all the paths. So yeah, we basically need to add all this to all the paths and also their IDs. So I'm just gonna pause this video. It would probably be like a second for you, and yeah, fix this and get this working. Now guys, this might look a bit unfamiliar right now, because I added a lot of stuff. Okay, but one easy trick on VS Code. I don't know if it's available anywhere else or not. You can copy this data and then like tap on this, press on your Alt key, okay, and just start selecting it like that. Okay, now I was trying to do it with on click, okay, but it did not I mean, yeah, it wouldn't look good, so I'm going to change all these to mouse over. Okay, so I'm going to select the all at once and paste on mouse over that I selected before at the same time. So you can see now everything is selected. Okay, and just like that, well, first I forgot this, so yeah, let's make this on mouse over as well. Now I'm just going to tell you what I did over here. Okay, now as you can see, just like before, when we hover on something, on one of the states, the stroke width would just increase, and also it would call a function called show map data. Okay, that's a function name. Yeah, I know okay, and then it also passes an attribute and a parameter, okay, that is going to be the state's name. Okay, and we are going to use this to get like well, to get the state name of to get the COVID-19 values in the particular state. Yeah, I hope you get it. Okay, because it's really easy. Now let's turn on this. Now if I save this, well, there's prettier over there that is working, so that's why you can see it automatically kind of aligned itself properly, and it's kind of annoying now. Yeah, so I'm gonna disable it soon. Now if you see, if I tap on any of these, yeah, well, now it calls the the function actually called show map data, but since I've not really made the function yet, so it kind of gives an error. Okay, but we'll see how like the function would work, and yeah, we'll just I'll show you. Okay, now you can see this means that it's calling the function whenever I'm tapping on the maps on the states. Okay, all that we need to do now is, well, firstly, like, visually make it more look better. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit more stuff, like increase the stroke width on hover, and decrease it back on when the mouse moves out. So yeah, I'll just pause it again, the video. Now over here I added some attributes. Okay, well, pretty cool attributes, that is on mouse out and on mouse over, which kind of work like tapping and untapping on phone. So as you can see, is there any word called untapping? Whatever. Okay, as you can see over here, when I tap on a state, it goes black. Okay, it kind of gets highlighted automatically. So if I tap on any state, you can see it kind of becomes more visible now. Okay, now maybe black wasn't the best color to choose for highlighting, so I'm just going to use ctrl+F and type in black in here and make it, let's say, white. Okay, and replace all. Okay, and save it. You can see it has become white over here, and now when I hover on something, it becomes white, which is kind of well, visible, but not really that much. So yeah, it doesn't make any change, so I'm just going to make it red. Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of confused. Let's make it tomato. Yeah, replace all, save it, and let's see. Yeah, it does not look that great, but it's okay. And look at that, the other India COVID-19 map logo also changed to a tomato color, and it kind of looks good. Yeah, honestly. So what else do we need to do now? Now as you can see, when our mouse kind of hovers out of the state, it kind of changes the stroke width back to 2 and the stroke color back to #777. Okay, however, when it detects a specific state detects that the user's cursor is hovering on them, it automatically highlights itself by changing the stroke color to tomato and the stroke width to 4 and it also calls a function called show map data, and you can see it passes a parameter that is the country name, yeah, the country name, not the country name, the state name. Yeah. Now let's add a script tag. Okay, so you basically know what's happening over here by now. Okay, the only thing is, as you can see, there are many errors over here. That's because I have not yet defined the function show map data, which I will do right now. So I'm going to type in script over here. We are gonna type in like console.log, or the function name first. So yeah, function show map data. Okay, and inside this there would be the state name. Okay, and now let's go down a bit more, and console.log out the state name so that we know that it's working properly. Save this, and now when we tap on a state name, like this is Maharashtra, it should console.log Maharashtra. This is West Bengal, should West Bengal. Okay, this is Jammu Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. I don't know what state is this, but it's Gujarat. Yeah, I was thinking this is Kerala. Yeah, and Tamil Nadu. Perfect. So it means that it's working, and this is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It's kind of tough. Okay, it's not that tough. So so it's working. We basically get the state data over here as well. Now we're going to implement the API. So we're just gonna copy the API, whatever it was, the API. Okay, we are just going to copy the API and then put in fetch, using the fetch method. I never really used fetch method in any of API videos, but today I am using the fetch method. So yeah, it's actually turns out easier. Yeah, I mean, it's easier. I thought the jQuery method was easier. I mean, it just requires 2 lines of code to make an API call, but over here you don't need to attach a new JavaScript framework to call APIs. So yeah, we're just gonna type in the basic stuff that we need to type to call an API. So you can see I'm calling the API over here, and then return e.json, and yeah, these are the lines that you need to make any kind of API call without any kind of API key or anything. I mean, if the API is like this simple to call, you can always use this method, okay, without any security. Pretty much public API can be called using this method. Okay, now what we're going to do is put in for here and where I in data. Data is the the object inside which all our data would be there. Okay, that is all the state coronavirus data would be present inside this. Okay, and then we're going to console.log out the I. Okay, so I'm going to show you data is the object and I is basically what's inside the object. So now when we tap on one of these, you can see it prints the I's over here, case time series, state wise. Okay, now look what happens if I make this data over here look like this. Let's save it. Now if I tap on West Bengal, you can see it returns a huge object, okay, which is this. Okay, now inside the object, if you see, it's India individual test and stuff, and it's not just one object that it returned, it's 2 or 3 objects. So we need the statewise only. So I'm gonna type in .statewise here. Okay, statewise and .statewise. We need just the statewise data, nothing else yet, in this video. I mean, we are not going to use any other objects, because it's just the active, confirmed, and recovered, and the died number of cases that we are going to show over here. Okay, you can see now over here it returns the object. You can see it's this is of Maharashtra, I guess. Oh no, this is the total. Okay, and then this is Maharashtra, as you can see. Maharashtra, and then this is Tamil Nadu. Okay, so it's automatically, it prints everything. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to detect, like as you can see over here, state, has the state name. Okay, so if I put in state over here, it should print only the state names. Okay, so let's tap on this. You can see there are only the state names over here. Okay, and what do the well, these actually pass state names, as you can see, using the show map data state names. So we are going to use it. Okay, like this. If like this, if like data.statewise I.state is equals to state name, then we are basically going to print the object data.statewise I. Okay, now this object would be having only the data of the only step. Okay, only step, that is, like if it's West Bengal, then it would return the data of only West Bengal, nothing else. It should. Okay, so you can see it returns only West Bengal's data. You can see that's 383. Okay, which is true actually. If I go to like an official coronavirus website, so if I open this website over here and go down a bit here, as you can see, West Bengal, the data is 7,738, 3,119, and 383. So if we compare it, it's 383, 7,738, and yes, 3,119, right? 3,000. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it means that our code is working. So now we can directly put this data into these divs. So I'm just going to divide this into 2 pages right now, so that I can see like what's the name of which div, because I kind of have forgot. Okay, so this is the names. Okay, these are the names. Okay, and I'm just gonna put in the data in here. So document dot query selector dot case fig active. So fig active, it would be dot inner HTML. Oops, dot inner HTML. It would be equals to this, and we need only the active cases. So let's see what are the active cases called. Active. So yeah, we're gonna put in dot active over here. Okay, now just like that, we're going to copy this and paste it 4 times. Okay, and then what else? Confirmed death and recovered. So confirmed deaths right, yeah, and then so let's put in recovered here so that it stays in order, and then deaths. Okay, now we are going to do the same. We are going to replace the names over here. Let's make this confirmed and make this recovered. No, we call it record. Okay, record, and make this deaths. Okay, now let's save it and remove all these data. Make it just dot dot dot, so that it looks as if it's loading the data. So yeah, we're just gonna put dot 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 and save it. Now if we look here, well, let it load. Okay, it's actually loaded. It did not refresh. Now you can see it's dot 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 over here, because we have not called any function yet. Now if I tap on West Bengal, it should give me the data of West Bengal. You can see all the West Bengal data are there, but this is not there. So it's probably because I did not type the proper name. Yeah, it's going to be died. Yeah. Save it, and now let's hope that it would work. As you can see, died 383. So everything is basically working. One more thing that I want to add is that the state name, obviously. So I'm gonna put in dot state name over here and put in dot 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 over here. Now I'm gonna just put a tiny bit of CSS dot state name, and I'm just gonna copy paste this over here, but make this font size 20px or something, so that it's a bit smaller. Yeah, and it kind of scrolls a bit, so I'm just gonna make body overflow hidden. Yeah, let's hope it's not scrolling. Yeah, it's not scrolling. So now if I tap on this, well, nothing's happening over here because we did not set anything here. Document dot query selector dot state name, and then dot inner HTML equals to, well, state name. Okay, state name, and save it. So now when I tap on one of the states, it's West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, this 20px is kind of a bit too small, so you can see it's ready. And you saw like how easy it was. I took it way too slow, okay, but still, it did not take me much time. It took me just 41 minutes. Yeah, just 41 minutes, but the result, it's pretty cool, right? So yeah, you can see it looks pretty cool, and yeah, you can test it. The source code is down in the links below, so just go out and check it out on your phone. Yeah, one more thing that I want to do is show the total data. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in like show map data in the beginning, so that when the window loads, it's going to call total. Okay, now if you see total, it's showing the total amount of cases in India. So yeah, here it is, total amount of cases. Now when we tap on state, it shows me the state's progress and stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video, and keep watching my videos, because we are now have crossed 200 subscribers, which is pretty much a goal for me. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.